Today we're checking out Ernesto and Taisa's 2019 Toyota Land Cruiser Troop Carrier. These are some of the coolest Land Cruisers on Earth, but of course we can't have them in the United States. Follow them on their YouTube channel, Overland the Americas, where they spend their lives traveling and living the life we all wish we had.
Unfortunately, in the US, you can't import it. So I was fixated with the idea. It doesn't matter. I will be able to bring it in, do the build, and ship it out to Europe and continue to travel the world. So I put, well, both of us, a year and a half in building this thing, and we started from scratch. So we did absolutely everything from cutting the roof, designing the cabinets inside, armor, suspension, tires, electrical, plumbing, all of that. My wife and I did a long trip, 4 years living on the road on a rooftop tent and on a 4Runner. We didn't have the luxury to just like go inside and kind of shelter from the elements, right? Like if it was rain, if we were just camping at 18,000 feet, where do you go? So no heater, cooking outside all the time, it gets old. So we basically had to chase the weather. It's like, it's too cold here, it's too hot here, go up the mountains, down the mountains. Anyway, so basically we narrowed down that we needed a vehicle that we could be inside, period. Eat, shelter, cook if needed. But our lives revolved, in the back of the vehicle, pretty much. It was sometimes like difficult. So let us do this longer wheelbase platform that you can have sort of van life experience with the 4x4 capabilities of a Land Cruiser. So went for it, kind of a dream, and slowly made it happen. So I flew to Dubai. I bought that thing in Dubai. I'm lucky enough to have like dual citizenship, and was able to register this vehicle in Venezuela because you can't register here, unfortunately. Then shipped to Mexico, and I went with my dad and drove it all the way from Mexico to Seattle, where I started just chopping it off, like cut the roof. It's Australian. I did the research, like 6 different companies make these different pop tops, narrow it down to that one, design wise. And because of that time on the road, we were lucky enough to have like the support of some of the companies, like ARB. So we got some breaks and discounts there. Some of the stuff is fully sponsored. So it really helped us just put this thing together. As far as like the inside of it, this is a mini RV. It doesn't look comfortable, but from being in a rooftop tent to be able to have a surface where we can cook, work on, heater, fan, being able to stand up there, it's just night and day, right? So we got tons of power. We have plumbing, we have a sink, we have an osmosis system for purifying water. So it goes through 3 filters before going into the tank, so there's no bacteria growing in the tank. Temperatures just make that happen really fast. It goes through 2 filters in a UV purifier. So we got our little guy over here, and technology is amazing. Something cool is like I can turn all these things with my phone via Bluetooth. So let's see, simply this guy here. So this is the app, and there's that unit over there that I can do it if I don't have my phone. I can just on this guy here, and the pump turns on. You can kind of hear it. So we got our purified water in this faucet, and water levels. Also be able to turn it on the phone. It's showing it's still pretty good. I can turn our 12 volt. I just don't want anything on because I don't want any parasitic draws. That one's running there though. Lights on. We have a heater and a fan. So you know, all the amenities of like you'll find in an RV comprising this super small space. We have tons and tons of power because we decided against propane. When you travel internationally, you have to find the fittings to refill. It's dangerous. There's a lot of like if you're doing plumbing or just like the lines for the gas inside, there's always risks of leaks. You know, so you want to minimize that. So we decided, okay, we're gonna do 300 amp hour batteries, lithium, in an induction cooktop. So it's not as hot. It's a lot safer. But we have that challenge. We have to manage how much power we have. What else?
You have electric heat?
Huh?
You have electric heat?
Electric
For
heat?
heating?
Diesel. So I tapped on the return fuel line. This guy has 2 tanks, so it has a range between 800 to 1,000 miles with 50 mpg, 50 gallons of gas. So we just have enough, you know, for heat. So this system over here just this pulls out, and it converts into a bed. So if we, for some reason, it's extremely windy, like Patagonia is one of those places where like it will tip campers, like it's insane. So that will be a place that we may not be able to sleep on the pop top, so we just like bring it down. I'll just do that. So bring our platform bed down and just pull these 2 guys. And roll this stuff, we're ready to go. So that is when you're traveling, like you're able to just be ready, nimble to hit the road. Like sometimes just timelines, you want to hit a border crossing in the morning early enough, or just doesn't feel safe, right? We don't like to emphasize any of that, but it's pretty quick.
Does it latch from the inside?
It does latch from the inside.
So you don't even have to get out to
No.
put it up or down?
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I chose this thing, because there's the alu cap. You have to go outside and latch it from the outside. Yeah. Let's see, we have a toilet here for emergencies only. And it's a little Dometic cassette toilet that we will pull out and have on the little aisle. Tons of storage there, and have a pretty big fridge. It's a 75 liter dual zone. You've probably seen it. And what else? We travel very minimalistic, I think. No, in terms of clothing, at least. We only have a cubby each, so whatever you can fit in this amount of space. That's why that's it. It's our lives right there. Lots of underwear.
We have another one for our shoes too.
Oh yeah, and this one's for shoes. That one right there. But yeah, so you know, kind of have to be really thoughtful about what we bring with us. But yeah, I'll just like open the windows because there's a little stuff in there, so you guys can just like walk in with me, so I can show you some of the, you know, if you have questions about system, like electrical, plumbing, what we did. I'll be happy to just to show you guys. So, open this over as well. 2019.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this car is sadly that engine. So that's a version the same. This is almost the same car. That is over 25 years old.
Yeah.
These things came out in 1984. And from 1984 to 1993, they had a very old engine, a 2F, that no one wants to drive that thing, right? It's like you get like 6 miles to the gallon, and just super sluggish, super slow. So, but the newer engines that you will find on an 80 series, they start coming out in these vehicles in 1993. So now these vehicles are turning 25 years old. So you're gonna start seeing more and more of these guys, right?
That you can import.
That you can import into the United States. So I think that we're gonna start seeing them a lot more often out there. Yeah. So
I see you have a pintle hitch. Like, do you typically tow something?
that comes with the vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So this is this model is the most basic model of the Troopies. It's super utilitarian. We have done a lot of improvements and upgrades, the seats, things like that, small stuff. It's all manual. So this is spec for the Middle East. So comes with that left-hand drive. Just some weird kinks like that runner on the door. It has a quarter window. There's a few things that are different. But yeah, so we don't tow anything. This is our camping table. So I just unlatch this, just pull it out, right? There's 2 leaves. Right, I put some padding, so I just need to make it a little bit easier to get out of there. Just like to,
And also feel free to open the side doors. We have a ton of junk in the front right now, but you can feel free to open the side doors.
You have screens on the bottom.
We don't.
Have you built all of this?
we designed all of it. So we have a friend that is a carpenter, and just like pretty much gave him all the renderings, and he just like made it happen. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So nice.
So we got a little camping table. It's telescopic, so you can, kind of adjust the height.
We
Yeah.
haven't even really used
Right
it
now,
yet.
just gonna leave it like that. And it's a good size table, will be as high as this. Our chairs are those front runner. They fit in there as well. And then when we're done, it's just like do this here.
So once more are available for import, is this something you plan on marketing, like making these conversions for people?
So what we do is just travel internationally, but we get so into the whole thing. Being from Venezuela, I bought 4 clunkers like that, but like in really bad shape. And I started just like, I found a mechanic that I made friends with and started restoring them. So
When did you get these out of Venezuela?
I haven't. Those are 4 that are still there, yeah. This one I bought in Dubai, and we shipped it to Mexico and drove it here.
We're just sort of hoping that we'll get them in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's 2 that are completely done, and I just, Venezuela's a mess. But yeah, it'll happen, I hope, soon.
Yeah. So you have 2 other ones that are just like this one, essentially?
No, they not built,
You got something right.
but restored. So it will look pretty stock like that. So it's a clean canvas just to do whatever,
The seats we did replace, so the seats are.
Yeah. I don't know if I get the cladding just on the door.
Oh, the Shield seats are the winners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those seats are
They're so nice.
pretty comfortable. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I actually noticed that yesterday.
I'm just gonna turn this thing on.
Especially small for 2 people.
Oh man. I'd have to stay on that side,
You
I'm
would.
so happy. It's the first
This
time
is so nice.
the first time I've stood in a troopy, and it makes me real happy.
That's cool though.
So I'm thinking about like, well, I don't want to stop traveling. I want to continue to be on the road, travel.
As always, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to check out my other adventure, off-road, and overland related content.